Brooke, please, you're up next. And you connected as the first participant in this program with what we could call the enemy, GMO farmer sprays and use chemicals and all that stuff. And what was that experience like for you?
So I thought I would start off with when I took on the project, I decided that I really wanted to be challenged. And so I thought, what would it be like to use a curiosity conversation and speak to somebody that I absolutely 1000% disagree with what they're doing? So it just so happened that the day after this came up, there was an article. I live in Colorado, and it said Boulder has reversed its ban on GMO farming. And in that newspaper article, a farmer was named. So I started researching this farmer and found his details. And then I decided I needed to write him. And then, of course, I had all sorts of friction because I kept thinking, what can I offer him? I know what I want to get from this conversation, but what does he get? And then we had one of our wonderful meetings, and I put it to the group and said, okay, guys, what can I say you're going to get from this conversation? And everybody just said, tell him what you're doing, that you're actually wanting to have a curiosity conversation. And so that light bulb went off in me. And I got off the call and I immediately sat down and wrote him an email. Now, that was on a Sunday. And I mentioned in the email that I would follow up with him at the beginning of the week. And so Monday came and I was not feeling it. So Tuesday came and I still was not feeling it. And Wednesday we had a massive blizzard and it was way, below zero temperatures. And I thought, okay, get on it. So I picked up the phone and I called him, and I'll be damned, he answered. That was a shock too. So I immediately launched into this, who I am. And I was the one who sent the email. I introduced myself, and he said, well, to be honest, I got your email and I ignored it because I didn't really want to talk to you. So, of course, I said, well, I totally understand that, but truly, I have no agenda and I'm not trying to sell you anything. And then he said, well, I've got a lot of stuff going on right now, so call me back it was about an hour and a half. So I got off the phone and I thought that this is me, thinking, I thought, okay, I'll call him back and we'll set up an appointment and maybe I can come over and discuss everything. And about 15 minutes before the phone call, it suddenly dawned on me that, he wanted to have the curiosity conversation right then. Well, I had all this information prepared that I wanted to go over before having this conversation, but I obviously had no time. So we started on the call and I just allowed him to tell me about what he does. He was a 5th generation farmer. He grows according to him, the best sugar beets in the entire United States. He also grows barley for Coors, sugar beets for Walmart. And he started telling me about all the intricacies of everything that he deals with, from waterways, causeways, the changes, the things that have come up, the equipment that they use, the irrigation systems that they put in, the distribution through trucks, blah, 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 blah. So it was amazing. And I even gave him an opportunity to get off the phone. And he said, well, wait, let me share 2 more stories for you. So I was like, okay, please. And then at the very end of the conversation, he invited me to come and see the farm. Now, that was the pièce de résistance, so to speak. So I got off the phone and realized there is so much more to be had in these conversations. I was ready to ixnay the man. But in fact, there's so much to be gained from their knowledge and what they do. And it was just a most amazing experience, which I would never have done had it not been for this platform. So
thank you so much, Brooke.
thank
Wow.
you. I hope I didn't go over 5 minutes.
Well, there's so much in that story. I mean, how could we possibly ask you to do it shorter than this? So,
No.
so yeah, it's really an amazing story.